Midnight Rambling 7. Western Era Mission Dream. By Karma Zarenzi. I had a dream with me and Agent K. I think I mentioned the dream to him in one of my emails to him. It looks like a Western reenactment place. But it was different. These were not grocery store level costumes here. They were elaborate and expensive. Maybe costumes you would see on Broadway or a local quality stage play. The bars were outside, and we were pretending to be a couple this time. There weren't really outward affections in that era, so that made it a little easier to pretend, but we did sit a little closer the way a couple would. It was a con. Me and Agent K played good guy, bad guy. Speaking of which, me and Agent K were going to play a good guy, bad guy with the rocket vendor in real life. But the plan fell through when my video connection didn't work at that location, so he did the video call alone. So anyways, in the Western Dream, me and Agent K were doing a con, or were undercover, or doing a mission or something like that. Like we were operatives or investigators, or something along those lines. We were pretending to be different people. Nobody knew us except the people who were part of the mission or con, and we all had different names, different looks, and different identities. Me and Agent K pretended not to know the others, and nobody else knew us there. The bar scene description. It was an outdoor place and I had long boots on. It was green grass and trees, and maybe a tad chilly. I didn't have a jacket on, but maybe one or two of the guys did. Very nice era jackets. I would say cooler than room temperature, and a little cooler than expected for that time of year maybe. It was cloudy out. I was wearing a full heavy material skirt. It was like thick curtain material and had waves in the material. Agent K had suspenders on under his jacket, but I don't think he wore the jacket the whole time. The hats were a main feature of all of the guests, and I had something in my hair. I think it was like a deep blue, and it might have been silky and smooth to the touch. My hair was wavy and down. The bars were gigantic barrels that had whiskey or something in it at one time, but were now a bar table with a shelf that you can put things on and behind it on a shelf. We were all standing. The mission. So the initial setup was, we had me and Agent K at our bar barrel table, next to our one friend standing by himself at the bar next to us. The bars were about 8 or 9 feet apart from each other. Then walk in the couple on the other side of our friend's barrel bar table, and they assume that we don't know the gentleman next to us at the bar. We're just talking independently, acting like we don't know each other. I'm talking with Agent K, and my friend is by himself drinking, doing things like messing around with cards, when his friend gets there and walks up to the bar table. So we were all hanging out at our separate tables for 20 minutes or half hour, I don't know time. To the left of us our friends were now engaging in conversation and laughter, and on the other side of them is a couple who we planned to engage. Me and Agent K would pretend to be talking, but more so, he would be giving me directions, explaining things to me, giving me input on tactics the others were using, teaching me, and giving me gestures or looks. Just little things here and there. We worked out signals in advance for everyone on the mission, all 4 or 5 of us. I think I had previous training before all of this, before the Western event. This was sort of a pre-test before going into the field, and this was still part of my training. So, after another set of time a third person came to our neighboring bar. And so there's 3 of them. They got to drinking and getting louder and laughing and joking, and they started to tell a joke, and then included the couple at table on the other side of them. Then after about another 20 minutes they started getting louder and doing jokes again, and then they included our table in the joke. Then they pulled the other target couple into the joke as well, so at this point it's sort of the 6 of us mingling and joking. They're at their table, but we're kind of in between our table and their table, and kind of starting to get closer, as did the other couple pull into their table. So in my mind, it was going well, and they seemed to be going along with this. especially when all 6 of us were talking at the friends' table. And they themselves are operatives, or undercover people or cons, or whatever this thing was, so they should be more aware of body language, looks, mannerisms and be observant and all that. But we were not suspected. One of the middle table guys brushed against the woman to retrieve a piece of paper from her pocket. Mission success, and we wrapped it up and got out of there casually. It was a mission, but my involvement was a training exercise, and a test to get me into the field. Wow! I just got full-body goosebumps and a shiver all through me. So, that was my Western-era dream.